Hello everyone, today we will introduce another project. It's one high-performance LoRa gateway. It's our HT-M02. It's a standard 8-channel gateway, so this product have the wide DC input voltage from between the 5 to the 70, and also it's available for the different multiple version. Can satisfy the different users' different requirements. Like we supply the PoE power supply and the Wi-Fi, LoRa, or the 4G LTE connectivity. It features an integrated aluminum case, and this case reaches out the IP67 protect rating. Its design is not just for the accomplish the passive efficient heat dissipation, it also can help the users to operate in different harsh outdoor industry environment. From the software side, its product have the pre-installed Docker, and its integrated come with the during this system can make users more convenient to access the local log and deploy the local server. So we set this different for the 5 part. We can start to check it out. For demonstration purpose, we are using the fully featured M02 gateway. Your vision may be different, but don't worry, the core operation remains the same. First, let's take a look at the accessories included in the package. So this is the gateway unit itself. Include the antenna. We have 3 different antennas here. The first one is 4G antenna. Second one is Wi-Fi antenna. And third one is LoRa antenna. This is the power adapter. Please note that when the connector on the gateway of here side is waterproofing, so this port is waterproofing, but the adapter itself is not. Be sure to protect it properly. And this is Ethernet cable similarly. The end of the here is connected to the M02. It is designed to be the waterproof. It's important to note the PoE power supply is optional. If you require this feature, make sure to select the correct version when you purchase, and you can also purchase more accessories in our official store. Next, let's look at the device interfaces in this side. So in this side, we have different port slots, and you can see the first one is SIM card and second is TF. If you want to use the 4G or the LTE, please make sure the orientation when you put the SIM card. And they have the USB port, this is the series port, and they got the button is reset button. Let's put it together quickly. The first way, and we are strongly recommended to use this way, that is to use the M02's IP address access into this. Because of when you receive the product is brand new from our factory, we set up that the default mode is Ethernet mode. So you just need to connect it, use one Ethernet cable to directly connect with your router and the M02. Also, in same times, you connect with your phone or the laptop or the computer, then you can use it. Remember, it's the same router. Access your router's management page via the browser and located the M02's IP addresses. By default, it appears in the device list at the HT-M02. If you have renamed it or have the multiple units on the network, you can distinction them using the MAC addresses printed on the bottom of the device. Once you have the IP addresses, enter it into your browser. The default login name is HT-M02 and the password is heltec.org. The second and the simplest method is via the M02's Wi-Fi hotspot. This method requires your M02 to have this Wi-Fi capability. After powering on the M02, search for the Wi-Fi hotspot using your computer or phone. The default SSID is HT-M02 AP, and the password is Heltec.org. Once connected, enter these IP addresses in your browser to access the configuration page. The login credential remains the same. For some situation, a special situation, right? For example, your M02 was set up like the Wi-Fi client model, but you cannot find the IP address from your upstream router, and at the same time, you cannot find the Wi-Fi hotspot. What should you do? You just need to find one Ethernet cable directly connect to the M02 with your computer or the laptop, right? And open the browser, type this address, and you can just access to the configuration page. Now that we have successfully accessed the configuration page, let's go over the setup of several key parameters. This is the most critical page, used to configure parameters related to the connection with the LoRaWAN service. Display the current operating state of the gateway. Once the gateway successfully connects to the server, it will show running. This is the unique identifier of the gateway. Make sure to save this ID, as you will need it to register the gateway on your LoRaWAN server. There are two options, UDP packet forwarder and the basic station. Today we will use the more commonly deployed UDP packet forwarder as an example. Select the appropriate frequency band based on your country or region. Ensure that your LoRaWAN node operates on the same band, otherwise you will not be able to communicate with this gateway. Enter your server address here, either an IP address or a domain name. Enter the server port number. For the UDP packet forwarder protocol, it is typically 1700. The exact value depends on your server configuration. If unsure, consult your service administrator. After completing the configuration, click the Apply button at the bottom to save the setting. This page displays the basic gateway information, such as the firmware version and uptime. There are no record settings here. The only notable function is the option at the bottom to synchronize the local system time. This page determines how the gateway connects to the internet. You can choose from the following models. The first one, gateway connect to the internet via the Ethernet, while the simultaneously enabling its own Wi-Fi access point for management. You can modify the SSID and the password here. If changed, be sure to record the new password. Second, the gateway connect to your router via Wi-Fi. Be extremely careful not to enter the incorrect Wi-Fi password. Otherwise, you will need to use the third special case method, connecting directly with the Ethernet to reconfigure it. Note, in this model, you cannot to access the configuration page through the Wi-Fi IP. The third way, if you intend to use LTE for internet connectivity, you must select the enable this option. After selecting the network model, configuration additional options such as the IP allocation method according to your network environment. Once complete, click Apply to save. This page allows you to change the login username and password for the configuration interface. If you are unfamiliar with the system, it is recommended to keep the default credentials. This function is specifically designed for remote gateway management via the Heltec Snap email server. We will cover this feature in a video later. Now that we have completed the main configuration of the M02, the next step is to enable it on the LoRaWAN server. Since we have previously entered the ChirpStack server address, we will now log into the ChirpStack directly. In that interface, locate the gateway section and click Create or the plus button. Assign a name to your gateway. Enter the gateway ID. This is the same ID displayed on the M02 configuration page. On certain server, you may also need to select the region or the frequency band to make sure it matches the configuration page on your M02. After registration, wait a moment. When the server interface shows the heartbeat message from the gateway or the stat indicator turns green, it means the gateway has been successfully enabled on the server. We provide a mounting kit. It is recommended to install the bracket on both the wall and the device first, then assemble them together. For the last part, we will give you some the deploy suggestion, and we highly recommend it. The first one is that no matter you will deploy it to the outside or the inside, you need to find a place at least higher than 3 meters above the ground, because that can be help you to get the best single propagation. And second one is that stay away from the high voltage line, motor, or the other source of the electromagnetic interferences. And third is that avoid some metal surface or the wall and others like these things of obstruction to minimize your single attenuation. And the last one is that when you get the antenna, to make sure always orientate the vertically upward, because that can be help to you to get the best optimal single coverage. So that is everything for the M02 this project, and also that's all the stuff for today's video. If you have the other question, please just contact with us, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please share your like and subscribe our channel. See you next time.